Have you ever wished you could go back in time or leap into the future? Time travel has fascinated humanity for centuries. But is it really possible? Today, we're diving deep into the science, the stories, and the mystery of time travelers. 1. What is time travel? Time travel is the concept of moving between different points in time, just like we move through space. In theory, it means you could travel to the past, visit ancient civilizations, or jump ahead to the distant future. 2. Time travel in science. According to Einstein's theory of relativity, time isn't a constant. It can slow down or speed up depending on how fast you're moving, especially near the speed of light. This means time travel, at least to the future, might be possible. Astronauts aboard the International Space Station actually age slightly slower than people on Earth, a phenomenon called time dilation. But traveling to the past? That's where things get really complicated. Time travel in pop culture. From Back to the Future and Doctor Who to Tenet and Interstellar, movies and shows have played with the idea of time travel in amazing ways. Some stories are funny, others mind-bending, but all share the same core question. What if you could change time? Famous time travelers. Over the years, some people have claimed to be time travelers. He shared detailed predictions. Some came true, others didn't. Was it Photoshop or something stranger? These stories are probably hoaxes, but they keep the mystery alive. 5. Could time travel ever be real? Some scientists think wormholes could allow travel between different points in space-time. Others believe time travel into the past is impossible due to paradoxes, like the famous grandfather paradox. What happens if you go back and prevent your own birth? But who knows? Maybe we just haven't found the right key yet. Whether it's science fiction or future science, time travel continues to inspire our imagination. Would you travel to the past to fix a mistake, or visit the future to see how the world changes? What if I told you that time travel might have already happened, in secret labs, hidden facilities, or through ancient technologies we barely understand? Let's explore the most famous machines, portals, and experiments rumored to bend time itself. 1. The Philadelphia Experiment. In 1943, during World War II, the U.S. Navy allegedly conducted a secret experiment known as the Philadelphia Experiment. According to conspiracy theories, the goal was to make the USS Eldridge invisible to radar, but something went terribly wrong. Witnesses claim the ship didn't just disappear, it teleported over 200 miles away and possibly traveled through time. Some even say crew members were fused into the metal hull, driven insane, or vanished entirely. The US government denies it ever happened, but the story lives on as one of the strangest time travel legends. 2. The Montauk Project. The Montauk Project is another alleged US military experiment, this time in the 1980s, at Camp Hero in Montauk, New York. Whistleblowers claim scientists were working on mind control, teleportation, and yes, time travel. They spoke of a powerful chair connected to a psychic's mind, which could open portals through space and time. Sound familiar? The show Stranger Things was inspired by these very rumors. 3. The Chronovisor. This one comes from the Vatican. A Catholic priest named Father Pellegrino Ernetti claimed in the 1960s that he helped build a machine called the Chronovisor, a device that could see through time. He said it worked like a TV that could display past events, ancient Rome, the crucifixion of Jesus, and more. Ernetti later recanted, but some believe the Vatican still hides this mysterious technology. 4. The Large Hadron Collider, LHC. Modern science has its own time travel rumors. Some theorists believe that experiments at CERN's Large Hadron Collider, the world's biggest particle accelerator, could open mini black holes or even tear holes in the fabric of space-time. So far, no official time travel has occurred, but many still wonder, what exactly is going on beneath the surface? 5. Ancient portals and stargates. Some believe time travel isn't new at all, that ancient civilizations might have discovered it long before us. In Peru, the Gate of the Gods, Puerta de Hayumarca, is a mysterious stone doorway carved into a mountain. Legend says it's a portal to the spirit world, or another time. In Iraq, some say the ancient Sumerians knew of stargates, gateways used by gods to travel between worlds or timelines. Could these be remnants of forgotten technology? Machines, secret portals, forbidden experiments. They all point to one question. Have we already unlocked the secret of time travel and just don't know it yet? Time travel might sound like pure science fiction, but what if clues have been hidden throughout history? Let's look at some of the most mysterious cases, from ancient times to modern-day photos, that some believe could be evidence of real time travelers. The ancient Greek tablet, the laptop relief, and the warrior from nowhere. At the Getty Museum in Los Angeles, there's a 1,400-year-old Greek funerary relief that shows a young woman holding what looks like a modern laptop. Conspiracy theorists point to the object's shape and the holes on the side, saying it resembles USB ports. Historians insist it's just a shallow box or a wax tablet. But could it be an ancient clue, or a time traveler visiting ancient Greece? And speaking of time travelers in Greece, there's the mysterious case of Echetlaeus. According to ancient historians like Herodotus, during the Battle of Marathon in 490 BCE, a strange warrior appeared out of nowhere. He wielded a weapon unlike anything seen at the time, a plow-like blade, and fought alongside the Athenians with incredible skill and strength. After the battle, he vanished. When the Athenians searched for him, no one knew who he was. Later, the oracle at Delphi told them to honor this ghostly warrior as a divine hero, and they built a statue of him in the agora. Some modern theorists ask, was Echetlaeus a god, a myth, or the time traveler with unknown technology appearing at a key moment in history? 2. The Mahabharata, ancient Indian texts. In ancient Hindu scriptures like the Mahabharata, there are stories of flying machines, vimanas, powerful weapons, and time behaving in strange ways. In one tale, a king visits a heavenly realm, and when he returns to Earth, many ages have passed. This resembles modern theories of time dilation, where time moves differently depending on gravity or speed. Were ancient civilizations trying to describe real-time anomalies? 3. The time-traveling hipster, 1941. One of the most viral internet mysteries, a black and white photo from 1941 at the reopening of a bridge in British Columbia, Canada. Among a crowd in period clothing, one man stands out, wearing sunglasses, a modern haircut, and what looks like a printed t-shirt and portable camera. People dubbed him the time-traveling hipster. Skeptics say all his clothing existed back then, but the resemblance to a 2000s look is eerie. 4. The Mike Tyson fight, cell phone in 1995. In a 1995 boxing match between Mike Tyson and Peter McNeely, a spectator can be seen holding what looks like a smartphone, filming the fight. Many claim the device is too thin and sleek to be from the 90s. Was it a futuristic phone, or just an early camcorder from a strange angle? 5. John Titor, the man from 2036. In the early 2000s, an anonymous user named John Titor began posting online, claiming to be a time traveler from the year 2036. He said he was a soldier on a mission to recover an IBM 5100 computer from 1975 to prevent a future tech collapse. He shared detailed predictions about war, disease, and global change. Some were wrong, others oddly close. Was he real, or a well-crafted hoax? 6. Rudolph Fentz, the man out of time, 1950s. In 1951, police in New York City allegedly found a man wearing 19th century clothing, confused and disoriented in Times Square. He was hit by a car and killed. Inside his pockets were items from the 1800s, including old coins, a letter, and business cards. An investigation revealed a man named Rudolph Fentz had disappeared without a trace in 1876. The story is widely considered a fictional tale, but it keeps reappearing in time travel discussions. Could these be coincidences, hoaxes, or real signs of time travelers hidden in plain sight? Maybe time travel is already happening, and we're just starting to notice. 7. The man from Taured, a passport from nowhere, 1954. In 1954, at Tokyo's Haneda Airport, a man arrived on an international flight. When asked for his passport, the immigration officers were confused. It was issued by a country called Taured. The man spoke French and claimed Taured was located between France and Spain. He even showed them official-looking documents, including bank papers and a driver's license, all from Taured. Officials detained him in a secure hotel room while they investigated, But by morning, he had vanished. No one ever saw him again. His documents too disappeared. To this day, no country named Taured has ever existed. Was he a hoaxer? A traveler from a parallel universe? Or, as some believe, a time traveler who slipped through dimensions by accident? From ancient warriors with unknown weapons to men arriving with passports from countries that don't exist, history is full of strange visitors who don't quite fit in their time. Coincidence? Hoax? Or evidence of something far deeper than we understand? Can we actually travel through time? We've talked about time travelers, mysterious photos, and ancient legends. But let's get real for a moment. Can humans actually travel through time? And if so, how? Let's break it down. 1. Time dilation. Einstein's window to the future. According to Albert Einstein's theory of relativity, time isn't fixed. It flows differently depending on two things. 1. Speed. 2. Gravity. This means the faster you move, the slower time passes for you, relative to someone standing still. This is called time dilation. Example: astronauts aboard the International Space Station age a little slower than us on Earth. It's tiny, like milliseconds, but it's real. So technically, they are already time travelers to the future. 2. Wormholes, cosmic shortcuts. Through time, imagine space-time as a piece of paper. Fold it and punch a hole through both layers. That's a wormhole, a hypothetical tunnel connecting two distant points in space, and maybe in time. If wormholes exist, and are stable, they could allow for instantaneous travel, possibly even to the past. But we'd need something called exotic matter to keep them open. And right now, that's just theory. Black holes, time machines of the universe. Near a black hole, gravity is so intense it warps time dramatically. If you orbit close enough without falling in, time for you would move much slower than for someone farther away. You could orbit a black hole for a few hours, and return to find that years have passed on Earth. Christopher Nolan's Interstellar actually got this part scientifically accurate. 4. Cosmic strings and quantum theories. Some physicists theorize that cosmic strings, ultra-thin defects in space-time, could bend the fabric of reality so much that they allow time loops. Others dive into quantum mechanics, suggesting that time might be more flexible than we think. These ideas are highly theoretical, but they're not pure science fiction. 5. The grandfather paradox. Why traveling to the past is dangerous. Traveling to the past is where things get messy. The most famous problem? The grandfather paradox. If you go back in time and prevent your grandfather from meeting your grandmother, do you still exist? This kind of paradox makes many scientists believe backward time travel is either impossible or that it would require alternate timelines, aka the multiverse. 6. Time travel with technology. Could we build a machine? Theoretical physicist Kip Thorne, who also worked on Interstellar, proposed that in theory, a wormhole could become a time machine if you move one end fast enough and bring it back. But the technology needed is far beyond what we have today. We'd need anti-gravity tech, incredible energy, and control over space-time itself. Still, not impossible. So, can we time travel? To the future? Yes, theoretically and even slightly in practice. To the past? Maybe, but it breaks the rules of logic and physics as we know them. But if history has taught us anything, it's that today's science fiction often becomes tomorrow's science fact. Would you step into a time machine if it existed? Where or when would you go? Time, multiverses, and the mystery beyond reality. We often think of time as something simple, a straight line from past to present to future. But what if that's just an illusion? Quantum physics now suggests that time might not be linear at all. Some scientists believe every decision, every possibility, branches into a new timeline, a parallel universe. So maybe when you travel through time, you're not just moving through our history, you're shifting between realities. Maybe the past isn't gone. Maybe the future isn't waiting. Maybe everything, every moment, exists right now, layered like pages in a book we haven't learned to read. And what if the strange visitors, the ancient mysteries, and the impossible artifacts aren't time travelers from our world, but explorers crossing between dimensions? One thing is clear: time may not be what we think it is. And the more we search, the more it slips through our fingers, like a dream we almost remember. The real question isn't whether time travel is possible, it's whether time is real at all.